Hello everybody, this is GiveUAnxiety on the mic, and I'm bringing you guys another AoE3 live stream / YouTube video. This is for the GUA December 2019 subscriber tournament. We have a $400 prize pool for this tournament, which is awesome. We had $200 raised by the AoE3 community, and I told you guys if you guys were able to raise $200 that I would match that, and I would donate $200 of my own money to the prize pool, and that's exactly what happened. You guys raised the $200, I matched that, so now we're up to a $400 prize pool for this subscriber tournament, which is awesome. We have a ton of really talented players here. I'm really excited for this. It's going to be a really fun month of December with a bunch of awesome streams. We already saw the first series. If you guys didn't catch that, I'm sure that's on my YouTube channel. It was SoldieR versus Dennis. That was the first series to open up the tournament, and this will be the second series of the tournament. We have SoldieR versus Stanley Winston. And we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for the map. Let's see what map we get here. This is a best of 5, by the way. So as you guys know, the rules are random civs and random maps. Each player gets one civ respin per series. Alright. Alright, so game 1 will be played on Wadmalaw. And we are going to go ahead and spin the wheel for SoldieR here. Let's see what civilization SoldieR gets here in game 1. SoldieR getting the Sioux civilization. Yeah, this map is definitely quite controversial. Honestly, it's probably one of my least favorite maps, especially all the ESOC maps. But I guess it's made purposely to be very non-standard. Alright, looks like we may have Mito coming on for the co-cast. Always nice. Have a co-caster. Make the streams better, definitely. Alright, so we have SoldieR's civ. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Stanley Winston. Let's see what civilization Stanley Winston gets here in game number 1. Stanley Winston getting the Ottoman civilization. Stanley saying LOL, perhaps he does not like the Ottoman. This is actually a very interesting matchup here. It's funny, there's actually a lot of controversy like around this matchup because we saw in the EPL, everybody said that like Sioux was like a direct counter to Ottoman, and everybody was like, oh, it's the easiest matchup ever. And then I think like we saw Sioux versus Otto probably like 6 times in the EPL tournament, and I think like Ottoman went like 6-0 or like 5-1 or something crazy like that, when everybody was saying it was supposed to be the exact opposite. So quite funny. Yeah, so it would be interesting. We have to go to the chat, see what you guys say about this matchup. Alright, so we're going to click into this right away. We will be having Mito come on co-cast. I think he's just setting everything up. But as their players were saying, they're a little bit rushed. Not on time, not super rushed, but they like to get things moving. So we're going to hop right into game 1 here. And Mito, I believe, will be in the call in just a few minutes here. So that'll be really nice. I have Mito co-casting. Alright, guys, here we are. We are on ESOC. Wadmalaw. We have Stanley Winston versus SoldieR. I'll fix the score right after we load in here. Best of 5. This is game 1. Stanley playing as the Ottoman civilization. SoldieR playing as the Sioux civilization. Very unique map here. So yeah, you're kind of on this cliff here. There's quite a bit of water. There's a lot of fish, and both players start with a canoe here. So you can gather with the canoe, you can gather fish, or you can do a little bit of scouting and sometimes attack treasures that are like along the shore, like this one. So we'll have to see. Hopefully both players remember about their canoe. Soldier going right away for the fishing, and same thing for Stanley Winston. And Stanley Winston immediately going for that trading post. So this is a 3 TP map here with a straight line, 3 trading posts, which can be quite good for Ottoman if they can like kind of secure that, lock that down, get some stagecoach going. Could be quite nice. Ooh, but look at this Soldier, very smart, using his explorer to convert an outlaw rifleman. So very smart play that we often see by high level players. Sometimes lower level players will just convert whatever guard and just get a treasure. Like they'll convert a wolf or something, just get a treasure. But we've realized, the good players have realized, wow, Soldier's stealing the 30 food. I thought Stanley maybe started that, but he actually went to cancel it. And here we go. We're gonna have a big micro fight here. But as I was saying, players realize it's better to convert like the really strong guardians, because this outlaw rifleman's like significantly stronger than like a random wolf or something a bit weaker. It's actually a very strong treasure. So wow, actually putting maybe just one villager in TC for TC fire, but already taking quite a bit of damage there. He did get the trading post up right away though. So yeah, the outlaw rifleman, if you micro him really efficiently, you can do a lot of damage. And there's a 70 wood treasure that Soldier could potentially go for. Oh, Stanley, here we go. We do see this quite a bit on this map. You can put your explorer in the canoe and go for just kind of move the explorer around quicker, and also go for these islands here. So it looks like he is going for the island. Gonna pick up 2 cows and 20 coin over here. Not a ton, but nice little pickup. But however, they may give Soldier these treasures kind of for free. So he is getting like this 20 coin, but at the same time he's losing this 80 coin treasure, and Soldier decided not to go for the 70 wood, went for perhaps a safer one. Taking a little bit of damage with the outlaw rifleman, kind of unfortunately, but maybe perhaps wanting just to rush and make sure that he gets his treasure on time. Nope. And there you go. So 80 coin, quite nice. Decide to bring the cows into the canoe. I don't see where the cows are on the canoe. I don't believe how these 2 cows would fit. I'm a little puzzled. I don't know if they're underneath a little wood plank, or how are these cows are on this canoe, or are they? Wait, did he put the cows on the canoe? I think he can, right? Where are they? No, they already went. I think he moved them sooner. We missed the cows going on the canoe. I wanted to see them pop out. Looks like Stanley is going to get the 70 wood treasure here. Soldier just find a Cherokee rifleman. Pretty nice treasure. Perhaps go for a little bit later. Alright, so Stanley is on his way to H2. Ooh, and look at this. We got a couple of villagers going in a canoe here. What is Stanley going to be doing? Soldier on his way up to H2. Where are these guys going? Perhaps just saving villager seconds to get them, I don't know, closer? Or maybe he'll do a whole lap around and, I don't know, drop them off over here or something. We'll see. There are 2 villagers in this canoe, so... And he's kind of taking the scenic route, going away from the land. Perhaps doesn't want to get spotted, but definitely the longer, more scenic route. And Soldier is now going for this Cherokee rifleman. A little bit strange behavior from Stanley. These villagers have been in here for a while, and he is now H2. He doesn't have enough wood, though, for anything. Building wise. Oh, these guys would. Here we go. Soldier does get the Cherokee rifleman, getting a nice army here. And these villagers, yeah, they're taking a long time. I think just sending the villagers walking this way would have been a lot quicker than. Is he? Oh, see, he's going. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I wasn't sure if he was gonna build a barracks over here, or oh my god, yes. Oh, this is amazing. Stanley straight up pulling out the cheese. This is actually like kind of brilliant. Like there's no way Soldier can possibly scout this. So SoldieR, he's probably gonna be thinking like, okay, Stanley's looks like he's just doing like a naked FF or going for like the TP line. There's no barracks anywhere. I'm like scouting with all my, guys. I don't see any forward military buildings, so I'm perfectly fine to like boom and go H3 myself. But little does SoldieR know, Stanley is doing a full Jan rush, full force Jan rush here. Oh man, this is brilliant. So 2 hidden barracks on the island. He's shipped 700 gold. He's gonna be training Jans, and then he'll just put him in the boat and then transfer him right here. And there'll be like very little like walking distance, to get to your opponent's like eco and base. SoldieR does have a war hut at home though, so he does have that going for him. He's not playing like extremely boomy. I mean, he did just ship 5 villagers, so that's definitely not ideal versus like an all-in Jan rush. But he does have a very safe war hut, which will be good for him. First batch of 10 Jans are out. Is he gonna probably send them right away with the first batch, or is he gonna wait for like a second batch? We'll have to wait and see here. No, I think he's yep, he's gonna send that first batch and then immediately send the second batch. And what does SoldieR have right now? He does. Oh, he trained 2 Sweden. Kind of interesting. He does have a market, so he is putting quite a bit into like his eco here. Oh, another batch of seeding. So maybe he was just preparing for like expecting Jan rush. So he's actually quite well prepared for this, even though he didn't scout it or see it. He did lose 1 villager for free right there, a little bit unfortunate, but he does have decent numbers. I mean, Seedon, he is the outlaw, and they are going down quite quickly here, kind of getting caught out of position. Definitely, we'll have to see how SoldieR can do the versus. I mean, he's holding it decently here, and yeah, it looks like he didn't have that many Seedons, but like it's gonna be just enough. And he even has like Cherokee Rifleman and just the Explorers. You don't need too many Seedons to really push off the auto Jan rush. And yeah, so I think SoldieR's actually dealing with this perfectly fine and actually really well. He's went pretty heavy eco, but he's still like holding off the pressure quite well. And so SoldieR kind of luckily, or maybe not luckily, but smart, kind of blind countering Stanley's build. But I think it's because SoldieR has talked about this matchup before, and then he always says that like Sioux should just always start with the war hut at home and build Seedons. So I think SoldieR was probably just gonna commit to like a safe war hut at home and Seedons like regardless, at the start before the game started. So we're kind of working out for SoldieR really well actually. I think he is. I mean, the Jan count is growing. Seedon's doing a pretty good job dealing with them though, and just buying SoldieR a lot of time here. But at the same time, I mean, those Jans are getting pretty scary. So SoldieR's gonna need some more units to pop out here. Maybe a unit shipment, another batch of Seedons, 3 Hustlers being shipped here. So now these Seedons are gonna be even more exposed once these 3 Hustlers get over here. But now they're just fully committing there. And there's the Axe Rider shipment from SoldieR. Axe Rider's getting on top of the Jan series here. And SoldieR doing a pretty good job here. I mean, Jan count is starting to dwindle quite a bit. Hustlers are now here though, so that's going to basically kind of clean up this army, force SoldieR to bring the Axe Riders back in. War Chief's still alive throughout all of this. They're fighting around the TPs, which is very nice. And I mean, at the end of the day, SoldieR's cleaning this up quite well. Looking at the ecos, SoldieR's up 6 villagers, both players with 1 TP. And SoldieR's just not going to die to this. And he's just going to survive this rush, it looks like. So I think he'll be happy with his positioning. Stanley Winston backing off here. Oops, sending in some more Janissaries now. Another batch of Jans. 600 coin coming in for Stanley Winston here. So TC Fire, is just going to help try to deal with these Jans. SoldieR is going to have to get some units out here soon. Let's take a look at what's in queue for SoldieR. Does he have some more Seedons in queue? Oh, he's macroing for an age up, so no, he's just trying to age up now. Which I think he's going to be able to get away with, honestly. That's weird, I can't hear Midal. Can you? I don't think you can. You guys hear Midal? I don't think you can. I think it's on Lido's end. It could be on my end, but I don't think so. Alright, so SoldieR is now on his way to H3, and yeah, Stanley doesn't really have that much for military. Even if he pushes in, just TC fire and Warhead fire alone can kind of stop this military. So I think SoldieR's looking pretty good here. But actually, Stanley's aging up himself. So Stanley's following up SoldieR. We're going to be up to H3 pretty soon. And he's going to get a 130 wood charger, pretty nice. Perhaps claim this second trading post here. But let's take a look at the map, as the resources are running quite thin for SoldieR. He's going to have to get out on the map, at least herd this hunt, or find some way to like sneak some resources. So, I mean, he's on berries at this point. It's definitely not ideal, but perhaps it's okay to, you know, just get a military force together first and then kind of push out, get some map control, and secure this hunt. Actually, SoldieR, I didn't see if he had a shipment available when he hit H3. I would assume probably not. We'll have to see. Because he is in H3, no shipment available right now unless one is on the way. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like there is not one on the way. Who knows? We'll see. Couple, nope, there was a shipment on the way. Okay, so not too surprised actually. He probably just saved a shipment for a while so that he could, you know, ship an H3 shipment. So with 5 rifle riders, very good shipment. And he has a Wakina rifleman. So now he has enough military to secure this hunt. So he should switch all of his berry villagers onto the hunt too, really, to be, since he can just secure the hunt safely. I wonder if SoldieR's, I wonder if he's knows where the Jans are. I guess he probably does because he kept seeing the Jans come from here. Or is he like expecting to stable like over here or something? Maybe he's using this bear to like frantically look for the barracks, and he's like, where the hell is it? Only 3 hussars out and a lot of Jans, so the Wakina are going to be able to hit and run the Jans really well, and even like the rifle rider. So I think this, picking off a villager here, very nice, and killing a hussar, almost a second. 3 villagers going down there for Stanley, so that's really good for SoldieR. And then I believe SoldieR shipped 3 dog soldiers. So I don't really like this army composition from Stanley. He shipped Jans too, 8 Jans rather than like a Jan upgrade or cannons or something. I think this is going to go really well for SoldieR. Here we go, SoldieR. He could just hit and run for days. He could push this fight and probably win it, or he could just continue to hit and run. So we'll have to see what SoldieR's plan is here. Could tank a lot with the dog soldiers, but also could just hit and run. I mean, he's got the Wakina, no reason to like really commit if he can just kite for forever. Last hussar does go down here for Stanley Winston, and now all he has is Janissaries, and Wakina can, like, these Wakina alone can probably kill his Janissary army. So Stanley in a little bit of a predicament here. Perhaps he's gonna have to get some other shipment to, you know, mix up his army composition, whether it's like cannons or he doesn't have Spahi or Mams or something to, you know, to snare these units or force a fight. Oh, that's funny. SoldieR was looking to get the trap, and Stanley actually very smart and put the units in the boat. That would have been amazing if the canoe sniped the other canoe while like there was like 30 Jans in here. That would have been a great moment. But I think SoldieR is perhaps even going for that, as both canoes are a little bit damaged. Now there's just an army of Jans semi-stranded on the island. They kind of are stranded potentially. Like, how are these Jans when they get back here safely? SoldieR's like patrolling the sea. These Jans are, I don't know if they're going to be able to get back. They might just be lost here. Let's see. This is going to be good. Where are these? How many Jans are in here? He has 21. I believe there's 20 Jans in this boat. So let's see where the 20 Janissaries are going. It looks like Stanley Winston's just being overly cautious, as he should be with this canoe. Being very safe not to get a snipe from any Wakina or rifle riders or the other canoe. So it looks like he's taking a long route back, perhaps just back to home. Is this who's? Oh, is this Muddle flying? Okay, yeah, I forgot Muddle's in this. Yeah, really big raid here. Very nice, killing more villagers, and obviously anytime you kill Ottoman villagers, that's huge. So massive raids by SoldieR, and I think SoldieR's in a really good position. We do have the artillery foundation back at home for Stanley Winston. Oh, right, Riders are really trying to find that boat. Oh, they're so close. Oh, Janissaries do make it back home safely. Minutemen being called here. He should have canceled these A boosts. That's quite poor. I mean, if you have no units around to protect them, just cancel them. There's no reason to train them. Or unless, that might have been a shipment actually. It looks like that was a 5 A boost shipment. I mean, same thing goes. You could cancel the shipment. It's a little more annoying doing that. But yeah, rather than just having units die, you know, as soon as they show. There are a lot of rifle riders out here for SoldieR. I wonder if like my Discord's muted or something. Mito is still in my chat. I don't think anything's muted. It looks like I hear Mito. Huh. This is weird. Yeah, I could restart Discord. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Trading post does go down here. Yeah, I'll probably restart after your game. We'll see. Oop. Here we go, so going in for another push here, pulling the units. And 1,000 gold coming on the field for Stanley, but there is a big Sioux army here. And I think SoldieR's trying to close this game out here with just a massive army of rifle riders. And I think SoldieR did play this quite well. I think he did play it as how Sioux should play versus Ottoman, been making a safe war hut. Oh my god, dude, those chains just melt. Alright. Game 1 does go to SoldieR, but yeah, I think SoldieR did play it right. You know, making a war hut at home, it's quite safe, and just training Civs to defend like a chain rush and just trying to get up to H3 and get rifle riders. Alright, we're gonna see what's going on in Discord here. I don't know why. I guess I could, yeah, I'll just call him. That'll probably work. Hey, I still can't hear you. What the hell? This is really weird. Alright, let's go to the chat. Chat, can you guys hear mine? I think I saw in the chat that they were saying that they cannot, so. Chat, can you guys hear mine? I mean, I guess perhaps maybe the chat can hear you and it could still be on my end. They can't hear, okay, they can't hear you. I feel like that would mean that the issue's on your end, but I guess I don't know how I'd have you muted. No, I see mute. Okay, now you're muted. Now you're not. I didn't have you muted. Hey, the mute box wasn't checked. It's really weird. Yeah, it's really weird. Do you have your microphone plugged in, Michael? Do you have? No. I don't know. That's strange. I don't know. Just unplug, replug your microphone. I feel like it's. I mean, it could be on my end, but I feel like it's more likely it would be on your end. All right, we're gonna get going into this because I know these players are semi in a rush on this Friday night. And we'll try to fix the mics as I'm getting the maps and the civs here. Oh, there's some great maps this series. Game 2 is going to be played on Indonesia. Alright, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for SoldieR. Let's see what civilization SoldieR gets here in Game 2. SoldieR getting the German civilization. All right, let's see what civilization Stanley Winston gets here in game 2. Stanley Winston getting the port civilization. All right, that's actually quite nice. Obviously, both players do have a respin, but German versus port on Indonesia, that could be a tricky one. We'll have to see what SoldieR does here. I think the kind of obvious or smart choice would be go for a respin, but at the same time, if you respin and it's Indonesia, like half the civs aren't that good on C, so maybe he'll just get like, I don't know, like China or like, I don't know, Euro or something bad on C. All right, let's go to the Discord. Let's see what's going on here. He was in a Discord call? That's really weird. I do. Maybe it's because I have my hold on. I'm gonna take my headphones out. That could weirdly be like a reason potentially. Well, I don't know, because I have like my headphones in a different way. Hello, hello. No. I mean, I have a new mic. Maybe it is on my end because I do have like a new setup. So, I guess it probably is on my end. Hey, can you hear me? Can I hear you? I cannot hear you. Wait, say something? I don't know how I would have you muted though. Yeah, I can see your name lighting up. Yeah. This is quite strange. I mean, even with like a new mic setup, I would still be able to hear a person's like audio. Like all of my audio is working. It's weird. System volumes are all fine. Gonna like restart Discord. Yeah, I mean, I did get a new mic. I'm gonna like try to fix this as we're playing, but obviously when I can look into it a lot more like when I'm not streaming. I'm gonna still try to get Mito on throughout this series. See if I can fix this like as these players are playing, but we'll see. Mito, say something. Just talk for a bit, I guess. You guys can hear me, right? I just muted my mic, but then unmuted it. It should be unmuted. All right, guys, we are getting into game 2 here in the GUA December 2019 subscriber tournament series. This is SoldieR versus Stanley Winston, round of 32. Best of 5. SoldieR currently up 1-0. And game 2 is being played on Indonesia. SoldieR playing as a German civilization and Stanley Winston playing as a Portuguese civilization. Having a little bit of issues on the microphone and Discord. Trying to get a co-caster here. I did buy a new mic real recently, so perhaps that's like causing some issues for some weird reason. Basically, I'm going to look into it as we are playing this game. Both players are in a little bit of a rush, so I'm going to try to fix it, see if we can get Mito on the mic throughout the series. But like I said earlier, obviously, when I'm off stream, I'll look into it a lot more and fix it. Oh my god, this elephant's running far. Oh boy, SoldieR. SoldieR, yeah, you don't want to do that right there. That is a pretty far elephant kill. Oh boy. Alright, we got a market going down for Stanley here. Let's see. Trying to look at like, I don't know. I mean, I've never changed any of my Discord settings, so it doesn't really make sense. we'll just here. You know what? We'll track this guy around as I try to fix the Discord. See what this guy's up to, so you guys can watch that guy run around. God, I don't have the energy to do this right now. I feel like I was talking to someone. Okay, this is probably it. Let's see. Alright, wait, come back. Don't leave me. I think I might find how to fix it here. Alright, can you hear me? Can I hear you? Alright, I changed one thing, but let's do this. What should the output device be going to? Do this, I guess. Hey, Mito.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, okay, nice. Finally.
Yeah, so I finally got fixed, but yeah, I bought a new mic recently, and I guess it just like changed my Discord settings without me, doing anything. Kind of weird, but
gotcha.
Yep. All right, actually, Chad, let me know how everything sounds. With me and Mito, I believe I still have my. You guys should still be hearing me from my microphone because there's like two options. There's like my microphone and then my webcam microphone, but I think everything should be good. But let me know in the chat, guys, how everything sounds. Alright, Mito. What are you thinking about this matchup here on Indonesia?
Well, I'm thinking that we're on Indonesia and neither player picked a water deck, so...
Oh, God, really?
So we might be in for a pretty normal non-TP game.
That's hilarious.
Which is probably still in Portugal's favor, so... I don't know, we'll have to see.
That's quite funny. Is Stanley, like, against water, or did he just not want to do a long, drawn-out water game, or...
I don't know. Maybe he just picked the first deck he had. Maybe he doesn't have a water deck with ports. Who knows?
Yeah. That is all very true. SoldieR, I actually wasn't like too shocked that he didn't respin because I think one thing he kind of always says is that like a lot of players don't like water. They hate playing on water, but SoldieR's always had like the opposite viewpoint, and a lot of times he'll say that like you can contest water with like as any civilization, and he'll say that like people just don't know how to play against water, and that's why like they hate it. But I think SoldieR has like the viewpoint that you can play as any civ and still like win water. So
yeah, and I know he's not inexperienced against water or anything like that, so I could be thinking along those lines for sure. But he didn't pick a water deck, so like he doesn't even have warships in it, so
yeah.
I don't know, maybe he waited to see what Stanley's deck was like before picking his or something, but that's kind of hard to do against Port, because Port doesn't necessarily even have to pick one at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Stanley...
This could actually be Stanley's only deck, which would explain why he picked it before he was in Age 2 and had to send a card, and that could have already been a giveaway, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. As he didn't send a shipment in Age 1, first shipment just coming in now, 700 coin. And yeah, obviously these zeros are random civs, so some of these players, just might not play these civilizations and only have one deck. All right, so what do we think? Is SoldieR going for some mercenary strat? Is he going to do the, or is he not shipping the house card? I forget how that works. Do you usually ship that? I think you ship it after 3 Solar Wagons.
I wonder if maybe that is why he picked this deck, because he does have Highlanders in the Saloon, which are one of the best mercenaries you can get, especially as Germany with mercenary combat, so...
Yeah, that is pretty...
That could be what he's going for.
Yeah. And he's been talking a little bit recently about mercenaries, and I think he's been wanting to explore the mercenaries more so than he has in the past, and see the potential of mercenaries.
Mm-hmm. They can be very strong sometimes, especially with Germany having that 20% attack and HP upgrade in the Fortress Age, as well as that Palatine Settlements card, making those high population armies just a little bit easier to fund, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, mercenaries, I think they are pretty underexplored. I mean, people know about them, like, how they can be good, but obviously not a ton of people use the mercenaries to, I guess, like, their full ability. And, I don't know, they're very situational type of, like, strategy and units, but, I mean, I kind of just always think back to the Kaiser versus Tavin game at the LAN, New World Championship. Do you remember the one on, it was High Plains?
They didn't even fight it. Tavin just resigned. An army was so unkillable.
Right, it was German versus China on High Plains. Everybody pretty much considers China like a strong civilization, but like you said, like Tavin legit basically resigned before the fight started because he knew there was just no way to beat the German mercenary army. So that's crazy. Like that was just like clearly like a strategy win by Kaiser. Like there was never even really a fight, but the mercenary strategy just like straight up just won him it.
Yeah, if you get the right mercenaries, it can be quite strong for sure. But it does have limitations. You are restricted by how much gold is on the map, which can be not very much sometimes. And on this map, Stanley's already locking down those 2 gold mines in the middle of the map with a town center on top of one and a fort in range of the second one, which means there's not going to be a lot of gold available to SoldieR to actually train these Highlanders or send those mercenary shipments.
Yeah, Soldier's running out of his first gold mine right now, and like looking on the main island, map, like his next gold mine's very far. So I wonder if he's gonna like panic and not know what to do, or if he'll put his villagers in the boat, because you can put units in this boat too, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has that mine on the island he can go for. He can also go up to this one. But it's not going to be enough long term. So, his deck is not totally all in on the mercenaries, though. He does have, he has 8 skirmishers, 9 Uhlans, 3 war wagons. He even has some industrial age cards. So it's not like he's 100% set on mercenaries for the entire game, although he has already sent mercenary combat. But he's going to go for it for the time being, it seems. And we'll see how it works out with this limited gold that he's got to work with.
Yeah, definitely a good point to raise about the gold mines there. But he is on this gold on the island here. It's got 2,000 gold in it. And Highlanders are finding Dragoons here. But SoldieR not taking a volley there at all.
Thing about that gold mine is it's only 10 Highlanders. That's all it is. So
yeah,
it's not that many units. So I don't know. We'll see how far he can get with this. He's gonna have another shipment fairly soon. We'll see what it is. Could be 1,000 coin just for some more Highlanders. Could be maybe a unit shipment or something like that. But he's definitely got to think about how he's going to actually come up with the resources to train in units.
Yeah, like you're saying, this is a bit of a tricky map with the gold mines. It is really a pretty low gold mine map.
Yeah, and we've been talking about SoldieR this whole time, but on the other side of the map, Stanley's set himself up pretty defensively. He's not going for anything aggressive. He knows he's playing against Germany, which is not one of the greatest civilizations on a map without trading posts. He knows that he has time with those 3 town centers. He's going to outboom Germany eventually anyway. So he set up that fort, made it really difficult for any units to path really anywhere through the map towards his base, and he's just happily training villagers and going to be surpassing SoldieR's economy shortly. And then from here, it just gets harder for SoldieR.
Yeah, and we also are seeing Stanley Winston training spies, and he's got quite a few right now already. He's got 7 spies trained. So yeah, I think Stanley's playing this one pretty smart.
Yep, although spies are kind of a hit or miss type of unit, right? They do what is it, 100 damage against mercenaries. They have such low HP. They actually get two-shot by those Highlanders. I believe. Do they have range resist? Maybe three-shot. The 20% range resistance, but still. Unless you stealth them on top of the Highlanders, they're not going to be the most effective, maybe.
Yeah, that's very true. Jaeger's coming in for SoldieR here, so it's maybe go time for SoldieR. And yeah, obviously it's very important to control the spies, but as we're looking, SoldieR's Explorer is very low HP, so that, you know, it's good for Stanley, as obviously the Explorer would reveal the spies there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we have a subscription coming in from Purple Squid. Thank you for the subscription, Purple Squid. But yeah, I don't know. This game is looking a little bit hairy, a little bit dicey for SoldieR. Yeah, German on no TP. A little bit questionable. Oh wow, he has the dock up. Okay, Soldier's fishing. He's doing SoldieR things. He's got 2 docks up.
Which is part of the reason why his economic population is keeping up. And he will be able to get gold from the whales from that, but it's going to take a little bit of time to actually get this going. Especially with especially with Portuguese having 3 town centers already and just being able to keep up in general as a result of that, and not having the upgrades on the fishing boats and all that type of stuff. But anyway, it looks like SoldieR are going to be pushing this town center. If he manages to get this gold mine, that would be really huge for him. 5,000 gold just goes a very long way when you're going for this type of build. But Stanley, not too concerned. He's not going right away or anything like that. Just continuing to mass units, use that town center fire to whittle away at some of these mercenaries, and just waiting to get the extra 5 spies from the church there. And now this is go time for him.
Yeah. That was a little bit strange. He targeted the Explorer to kill the Explorer, but then it's just full sprinting with the spies. But yeah, they were getting on top of those mercenaries. And
they do really well against the Jaegers. This is actually going quite well for him.
Yeah, Stanley looking really good here in this fight, actually. And yeah, forcing SoldieR back.
Yeah, and once this army's dead, what's the follow-up for SoldieR? It doesn't seem like there maybe is one. He's training more Highlanders, but takes a really long time to remass a mercenary army, especially now that he's had to switch his villagers over to gold on the island. He doesn't have access to another mine at the moment. His only gold income is from that 1,000 coin shipment and the few boats that he has on whales at the moment. So yeah, things are looking really, really good for Stanley now. Although Raid going to be potentially helping SoldieR stay in the game for a little while longer.
Yeah, it was quite funny. I was looking at these 3 Ulans. They're positioned like just, you know, right next to that gold mine, but just like barely outside of the line of sight. So they're like sitting next to that gold mine for at least 1 minute of when I noticed, and that's like always frustrating if you like send cav to a position where you think the villagers are, and you kind of just like click on the map really quickly, thinking the cav will go there, and then like they'll see the vills, but it's just like barely, you know, out of line of sight, and it's like, oh my god, I thought those guys were raiding the entire time, you know. Like that could have been massive if he sent them a little bit sooner, but still disrupting Stanley's eco a little bit.
Yeah. And it looks like now SoldieR opting to actually mix in a barracks. I think he's realized that the mercenaries aren't going to be enough, especially with this very low gold income that he has at the moment. So going to be dropping down, actually an artillery foundry going down, which is interesting considering that he's only seen dragoons so far.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just going to be for petards or something to take out this fort. And if you take out the fort, you get access to this mine potentially. So maybe that could be part of the thought process here. Or maybe just want some cannons to slow siege that or something along those lines.
Yeah, and I mean, SoldieR's actually hanging in there, Nico. I mean, he's actually ahead of Nico because, you know, Stanley's not on sea. Stanley does have 3 town centers, but SoldieR's getting this boat boom going. And we'll have to see if Stanley goes on sea at any point. I don't think he's like mentally. I don't think he's going to be going on sea because he doesn't have schooner, any boat cards, any sea cards. But yeah, I mean, SoldieR's ahead of Nico right now, but he is far behind in military.
Looking at the villager population, it almost seems like Stanley hasn't been consistently training villagers. for a while now. So
yeah,
yeah, Soldier's still in this game, and yeah, Petard's popping out from the artillery foundry, so that is going to be his answer to the fort, and potentially a way back onto this these 5k gold mines. Also another raid up here. Those Ulans still positioned over there, going to be killing another couple of villagers. Meanwhile, his explorer positioned on the other mine on the other side. So Stanley's out of gold as well. Well, he's being zoned off of the gold aside from the ones that he has with the fort and town center, which are soon to be contested by these petards coming in.
Yeah, this is quite good play from SoldieR. And yeah, petard's going in on this fort right now, and SoldieR's got his eyes on the fort right here. Couple petards trying to get on there, but yeah, it looks like this fort is going to go down. There's still 2 more petards to hit the fort. 3 more. There we go. Fort does go down.
Okay, so that frees up a lot of space in the middle of the map. SoldieR's army is going to be able to move more freely through here. And he will be able to use this gold mine if he really wants to. We'll see if he moves villagers up there soon. Going to be dropping down a second barracks at home, though, so he's definitely not fully committed to the mercenaries at the moment.
Yeah, and I think you're definitely right. As you said earlier, that Stanley, he must have been missing some like villager cycles, you know, having idle town center, because yeah, with 3 TCs, even still, like since you said that, I feel like he's been at 53 villas or around there for a while. I mean, yeah, I guess he did get raided a little bit, but it does seem like he definitely has been having idle TC quite a bit throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, he definitely lost some vills, but it's so few vills that it feels like what he lost for can't possibly be the reason for that. Exactly. Meanwhile, SoldieR dropping down a third town center up on this top gold mine. He's got fishing boats everywhere, approaching 90 villager population. He's looking to be in a really good spot, which is not what we expected, I think, when this game started, especially after he lost that mercenary army. And pikemen coming in onto the dragoons, going to whittle down a couple of them.
Yeah, this could be a good fight for Stanley, though. He's got the superior military population right now. I mean, there are quite a bit of skirmishers in these trees here, some Highlanders.
Yeah, and this positioning is really nice for him as well.
Yeah. Some more hustlers are coming in here, though, so it can potentially catch these skirmishers trying to retreat.
But the veteran pikemen flanking.
Yes, around the cliff.
Retreating.
These cliffs here making some interesting positioning. And yeah, those pikes, man, it takes so long to get into this fight here. So they had to go way around this cliff. And yeah, skirmishers getting caught here, so Stanley does clean up this army quite nice. SoldieR definitely still in this, you know, he's ahead about 40 villagers right now, which is just very, you know, significant. And yeah, wow, Minutemen raid, that is awesome. And some Ulans doing some more raiding. So yeah, SoldieR I think still looking good. He did lose that fight by Stanley's town center, but he's doing a lot of things, you know, elsewhere, and he has a pretty large eco lead.
Yep, and he's got the pikeman mass is growing, and as we all know, pikemen counter dragoons, so
exactly.
He's in a pretty good position for sure. He's got the economy to back it up. He's got the positioning on the goons as well. He's got them snared. Ulan's popping from the town center with Minutemen. If this actually works, I'm gonna be really surprised, but he's not attacking. This could have been amazing.
I know,
it's still kind of amazing. Like, I don't expect veteran pikemen to ever get this kind of value.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, he's definitely walking a little bit too much with those pikemen. But yeah, that's quite funny. Seeing that. A couple Oregon guns now being shipped here. And that Minutemen raid was pretty great, putting a town center on that gold mine and then churning Minutemen.
Yeah,
awesome.
And really just Stanley's rust kind of showing through in this game. I think he's been relatively inactive over the last year. Only recently started playing a little bit over the last couple months. We can see it in just him not training villagers, you know, not paying attention to the dragoons as the pikemen nearly slaughter his whole mass of them there. But SoldieR's still been playing really well aside from losing that first mercenary army, and good on him for recognizing that the water is still an asset even as Germany on this map and making good use of it.
Yeah, definitely. Just 9 out of those. Yeah, and yeah, Stanley now on Mills, just refusing to go see his Portuguese on Indonesia. That's definitely, something a little bit strange.
Yeah, it's a bit
he's
of
got
respect.
he's got so much wood stack too, and he even put like 800 wood into Mills. Like obviously he could have dropped like 4 docks and trained a ton of boats, but yeah, he's sticking to the land here. Does clean out that third town center from SoldieR, but SoldieR's sitting at 108 villagers while Stanley's at 47. So I think this game's looking pretty clear in SoldieR's favor. Wow, look at the score jump in the last like 30 seconds or like minute. Like Jesus.
Yeah, that's the veteran crossbow tech coming in there. He's teching up to those higher tier units. Those arsenal upgrade coming in on both the pikemen and the crossbows. These are going to be some pretty strong Fortress Age units for sure. And I don't know how Stanley's going to deal with it, really. Like, he just doesn't have the economy to continue producing Dragoons and Hussars. He's dropping down 2 Raxes at home, so maybe some Castor is going to be added in shortly. But honestly, SoldieR could lose this whole army and replace it pretty quickly, so...
Yeah, even looking at SoldieR's bank, like, jeez, I think obviously it's just pretty clear favor right now at this point. Yeah, just say it's a massive lead right now. Organ Gun's going to try to get some good hits on these pikes here. Cleaning up those pikes pretty quickly, but does it matter? Probably not.
Yep, now even going to Industrial behind this.
Oh, ship 10 Landsknechts. It's a shipment and mercenary you don't see very often, but man, these guys actually remind me of Ryzen Tiger. I don't know if you remember that player.
Yeah, I've played him a few times.
Yeah, you'd always do like mercenary strategies, and yeah, I think he used to love his Landsknechts.
Yeah, they're pretty strong once they get into melee. They're doing actually quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's not going to be enough. The army is going to get cleaned up. But SoldieR will be up to Industrial behind this. And, he's got lots of units in queue coming from these Raxes. And he will have to, unfortunately, abandon the high-tech, archaic units there. But I don't think he'll be too upset about that.
No. Yeah, it's quite bad armor control by SoldieR. Like, he threw away his army like twice there. But he is just such a massive lead that it's not going to matter. But definitely not something you want to do in like closer games or in general like as a habit when you're playing. And we got 3 random towers here from SoldieR, so that's something.
When you have 4,000 wood, why not?
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh god. So let's see, is SoldieR just gonna stick to the pikes and crossbows, or will he train something else? We'll have to see.
Certainly seems committed to it for the time being. I think he's enamored with that infantry breastplate upgrade from the arsenal. Doesn't want to abandon it now that he's researched it. But yeah, he's Industrial now. He has a shipment on the way. Unfortunately, he doesn't have heavy cannons in his deck, which are one of the better cards in Industrial, but go on.
I think we're going to see the 10 polished Hussars, the winged Hussars. What did I say, polished? Polish winged Hussars? Ghost TC.
He has made his town center unkillable, so now he can just AFK.
What the?
And win the game.
Wait, I'm so good. Did he do? No, it's there.
This is yeah, it's there. This is a bug that happens sometimes with Germany and Russia. When you reach age 4, sometimes your town center will just disappear.
Oh
you can still access it with the hotkey, but you can't see it.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay.
I don't know if Stanley can click on that either. I feel like he probably can't. So so SoldieR can't lose.
Oh my god, we have a pikeman stuck in the ghost town center.
Maybe you can attack move it. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the pikeman escaped. Here we go, big engage. 2 war wagons.
Getting onto the crossbows.
Yes, excellent micro.
War wagons being upgraded to guard.
Oh.
Stanley, unfortunately, he just doesn't have the same archaic tech. I mean, the unupgraded crossbows, they're not going to cut it against these high tier veteran units.
No, definitely not.
No church card in his deck, so Bastiero is out of the question in the future.
And there we go. We see the GG. SoldieR pulling this one off. Quite an entertaining, amusing game there. SoldieR taking this one, going up 2-0 on this best of 5. Yeah, really, who gets poured on Indonesia and does 0, never makes a fishing boat?
It's very strange. Don't even need tuners anymore.
I know, right?
I've never played this either. Maybe he just has never... Surely he's played on Indonesia before. I don't know, he wasn't inactive that long. Didn't want to go water. Alright.
Alright.
Stanley sticking to some code to not go for the unfair water, which unfortunately allowed SoldieR to go for the unfair water.
Right.
So, takes the loss on that one. SoldieR up 2-0. This is a best of 5, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so match point.
Alright, oh yeah, gotta spin the wheel. Alright, let's see what map we get here in game 3. Alright, we got Arizona. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for SoldieR. Let's see what civilization SoldieR gets here in game 3. SoldieR getting the Spanish civilization. Alright, and let's see what civilization Stanley Winston gets here. Stanley Winston getting the Sioux civilization. Looks like a...
That was almost a really good typo.
Oh god. Oh, that's good. It looks like I accidentally said. Oh my god, that's great. I really meant to type Sioux, and I accidentally basically typed sucks.
Oh, no, that's pretty funny actually. I like it.
That's great.
Anyway, probably not the best matchup for Spain, but a pretty good map for Spain, with the potential for ATP. And Spain is one of the civs that doesn't necessarily get wrecked as hard by Sioux in A1 because of the War Dogs, making dealing with those Treasure Guardians a little bit easier sometimes.
Oh yes, definitely. Oh, that's good. Alright, so SoldieR is up 2-0 in best of 5 here. And yeah, we're playing on Arizona. I partially heard what you said, but I think you're saying Sioux's probably favored here. It is a 4 TP map, so I mean Spain's always can be quite good on TP maps with ATP. I feel like Spain's underestimated, how good they can be.
They can be good sometimes for sure, especially on maps with ATP. The problem is just their army is so... You can't upgrade any of the units you want to upgrade with Spain, so that's the real problem. You have a lot of relatively strong timings in early Fortress, but once they don't work out, you start to fall off a little bit. So that's just something to keep in mind in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I think Spain actually is they can be really good versus some civilizations, but then really bad versus others. So I don't know, they always struggle really hard versus German, I think. But versus Brits, I feel like they can be okay versus Brits, and And then I think they beat India and like some other civilizations. So I don't know. They're kind of very, I guess, matchup dependent civilization, maybe more so than most civs.
Yeah, I think they definitely are a little bit matchup dependent. But in any case, while this normally isn't probably a good matchup for Spain, just because of bow riders and rifle riders and Sioux being Sioux. This is a good map for them, as I already mentioned, because of the ATP, potentially going to give SoldieR the opportunity to get ahead very early in the game and convert that into some kind of win. But we'll have to wait and see. His deck does have ATP in it, so it's definitely an option available to him.
Yeah, so might see ATP here. I'm not sure if Stanley is a Sioux player. I'm not sure if you know about what civilizations he generally plays.
Yeah, he's not much of a Sioux player. He's not totally.
I think he's mainly a Dutch player. I feel like Dutch is one of his main civs.
Dutch is definitely one of his main civs. I'm trying to think. It's been a long time since I played with him, but Brit and Dutch are sort of his go-to civs, I think, in general.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's got a decent Japan. He's got a decent Aztec. But Sioux is a civ he's definitely played before, but not something that I think he would consider one of his go-tos.
Yep.
SoldieR, similarly, I don't think Spain would be one of his go-to civs. They're definitely a civ he's played a little bit more recently, I think. But yeah, not one that he's perhaps super comfortable with either.
Yeah, SoldieR's been playing a lot of civs lately. Basically playing like every civilization lately, which is really good if you can really widen your civ pool. And yeah, I think it's actually helping SoldieR quite a bit, especially for like tournaments and stuff. He's like really widening his civ pool. He's been playing as like China, which he never really used to play as China. He's been playing like all civs, playing as Russia. So I think it's definitely good for him to just improve overall as a player.
For sure. Now going to be going for this 80 wood as he starts aging up. He does have a shipment on the way, so he is going to be going for advanced trading post, and that 80 wood going to go a very long way towards that type of playstyle. Meanwhile, Stanley going up himself. Not going to be going up with anything too weird like the fast age or anything like that. Just going to be going up with the 400 wood. And meanwhile, SoldieR going to be going up with the Philosopher Prince for the 500 food, which is pretty standard, I think, for Spain when they go for ATP, just because they need the extra resources to help grab Stagecoach and just age up a little bit more easily and that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so SoldieR is going for ATP and trading post here, and this is actually quite nice for him. So he's building the trading post, and he sharp shot one of the cougars at this 80 wood treasure, and now as he's building the trading post, his sharpshoot is the cooldown. Is coming back. It's on cooldown or whatever, so it's coming back, and now he'll be able to sharpshoot this next one and pick up this 80 wood.
Yep, and that will allow him to easily pick up that third trading post as well as Stagecoach once he hits up to the next age or a military building or something along those lines.
Yeah, and he is going for 3 TPs here. He did send one villager to build this other trading post on the side here, on the right side. Stanley did build one trading post himself, so I think obviously it's smart for Stanley to at least build one, prevents Spain from getting all 4 of them, and just to get a trading post for Sioux, is always pretty good. We do have a marquee going down for Stanley here. And we have a barracks at home for SoldieR, using 2 villagers to get this barracks up.
Yep, so it looks like he is going to be just defending his base with a few units, potentially even sieging down that last trading post to give himself control over the whole trading line. And then maybe going up to fortress himself. This barracks isn't positioned super aggressively or anything like that, so he's probably not aiming to end the game in colonial or anything crazy.
Oh, wait. I'm confused. Wait, what the heck? Okay, this is weird. I don't know if it looks like this on your map, but SoldieR has 3 trading posts right now, right?
No. Yeah. No, it's because
that's weird.
Stanley didn't have vision of that trading post, so he was able to place one there.
And it showed up as like red on the mini map.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like really threw me off. I was like, wait, what? I'm pretty sure SoldieR already built that. That's weird. It's funny. All right, well, SoldieR sharpshooting this treasury, getting up a nice 55 coin. And this is pretty interesting for, you know, lower level players or even perhaps like, I don't know, mid-tier players. A lot of times when at the start of the game you see like a really nice treasure behind your base, like that 55 coin, you know, the obvious choice would be just like to sharpshoot treasure right away and, you know, get the treasure. But if you can't really use that treasure early, then that's not like the smartest choice. It can be smarter to go out on the map and look for like other treasures that could be more beneficial. And you're always going to have that treasure, you know, back at your base. Like, it's, you know, pretty low chance that your opponent's going to steal it. So, you know, later on in the game, you can always just go back to it and get that, just like SoldieR just did now. So,
yeah. And if your opponent's explorer does happen to be there, you do always have villagers to contest it and that type of thing. So,
right, exactly.
Can be a pretty good thing to do for sure. This one, Ro32, gonna be getting caught out and going down. But a few more being added in. Gonna be almost killing that explorer.
Ooh, couple more, one more hit, two more hits.
Oh, they're not attacking. They're trying to go for the axe rider, not the war sheep.
Oh, yeah,
get away for now. But one villager might be going down here, so it's not the end of the world for Spain. We'll see. That villager going to take a very long time to die. It's very possible that it somehow lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Wadmalaw don't do a whole lot. Oh, it's going to be close. I think he's going to go down. Oh, 0 HP? Oh. Almost got in with the 0 HP bill.
Stagecoach coming in as well, so going to be helping out SoldieR's economy quite a bit, although it's not totally worthless for Stanley either with that one trading post, at least until it goes down to these pikemen.
War Chief escaping with 21 HP. I was just reading his name on that War Chief right now. And he has some more Wadmalawers getting in the base here of Stanley Winston. Pike sieging down this 4th trading post. And Stanley is on his way up to H3 here, but taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of idle time, lost a few villagers. Those Wadmalaws are in cover mode now, just to extend their lifespan inside the base and the amount of time that they're going to be idling those vills. And meanwhile, the TP did go down, so SoldieR's going to leave one pikeman next to his explorer so he can construct that TP as soon as he's back up. But he's not up to Fortress himself, so it's going to be a really long time before he's in the Fortress Age, and that could give Stanley an opportunity to maybe get back into this game with a couple of shipments.
Yeah, potentially. He did just ship a shipment right now, and he is almost at it. He basically has another one available after this one shipment arrives. But I mean, he's very low eco, and I mean, he's struggling to like make anything right now. This one shipment's gonna have to like buy him a lot of time, but I don't know that it will. We'll have to see if it's 5 rifle riders, and they'll perhaps have to have really good control to avoid the rods.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for sure from this position.
Yeah, every single villain in TC. Definitely a bit of an overreaction. Could have, like, you know, sent the villagers out earlier from town center. So obviously, guys, if you guys don't know, your town center, you know, it does more damage for how many villagers you have in the town center, but it maxes at 10 villagers. So, like, ideally, you never want to have more than 10 villagers in your town center, because, you know, your TC maxes at damage at 10 villas, and obviously you want to have your other villas gathering. So Stanley, you know, having your entire eco in town center, it's quite painful.
For sure, yeah. Definitely very worthwhile for SoldieR to be standing underneath the town center with those Wadmalaws as a result of that. And he's halfway up to the Fortress Age now. Has that 4th trading post added in, and yeah, it's looking like Stanley's probably not going to have much of a window to do anything. He's got 9 rifle riders out now. Is going to be working his way over to the other side of the map, it looks like, but there's not going to be much to accomplish there, it seems.
And we have another church coming down for SoldieR.
Does he have church card in his deck or something? No, he doesn't. No unction either. I'm not sure what this church is for, actually.
He's doing quite a bit of praying in this
Maybe
series.
Mercantilism, but he doesn't have the gold for it. Maybe he just wants a priest to heal his units, but nothing's in queue. I have no idea what the plan is with this church.
And,
he's getting town watch for that line of sight.
Interesting.
So that'll make it a little bit easier to spot the raids, I guess.
It's just the new meta. Church into town watch, new meta. Confirmed.
Yeah, definitely worth 100 wood and 300 or 400 food.
Riders running around, picking off units as much as they can. Soldier targeting the war chief with TC fire. Gets him down to 76 health there. But, yeah, with all this said, Soldier, pretty big lead here. He's got the 4 TP stagecoach going on. And Soldier, what is he doing? He is now in age 3 and making quite a bit of skirms here. Looks like he's going for a skirm and Rattlero mix. And we're going to see a pike right here.
You know, one thing that the gas lighting upgrade actually does, as Haz is pointing out in the chat right now, is it actually increases the line of sight of the trading posts, which on this map is actually pretty nice, just because he gets full vision of the middle of the map, so you can always see where Soldier is at all times.
Yeah, I did see that that line of sight boost, come in as the upgrade of that. It did definitely look quite nice. And wow, that's too, it takes so long to siege down a trading post or like siege down anything. That he was sieging this trading post for like so long, but he just got to half health and then was forced back. So, pikes are just standing here. I think Stanley sees these pikes and Stanley's gonna go ahead and clean these pikes up probably for free. It looks like, with a lot of rifle riders. And he's going in too far, but actually doesn't get hit at all. And yeah, he's just gonna clean up these pikes for free. So, nice little pick up here for Stanley. Trying to climb back into this game.
Get the war chief! Get the war chief! He's 70 HP!
Oh, yeah.
No! Okay.
That would have been nice.
Just trying to buy time, throwing them into cover mode
there. And we got one Wakina stuck in a gold mine. Or not Wakina, one Bull Rider.
So he gets a little bit of compensation then for losing those pikemen.
Yeah. And looking at the ecos, Soldier ahead in villagers, but he also has 4 TP stagecoach behind this, so definitely quite a big vill lead here, eco lead. Hand infantry combat? Actually, that boosts the rods, huh?
Yeah, looks like he's got an arsenal as well, so grabbing the infantry breastplate upgrade for them too. So they're going to be pretty strong. And looks like Rod Skirm is just going to be the name of the game here.
Yeah, quite interesting composition. I mean, perhaps it is good versus Sioux. With the threat of dog soldiers. It's definitely an interesting composition. Obviously, you don't see Spain a ton. So, obviously, you don't want to say that can train rods. But, I mean, even with seeing Spain games, you don't see Rod Skirm very often.
Mm-hmm. Probably one of Spain's better compositions, for sure.
Yeah, so here we go. Soldier is moving in here. And did have a batch of 5 Axe Riders trained for Stanley here. He is almost close to 1 shipment, but it may be go time for Stanley here. He may be forced to make a move.
Yep. He's got a fire pit up now. No war dance just yet. But his army actually could do pretty well here, maybe. But it looks like there we go, War Dance is now in. Good positioning with the Rifle Riders, but I think there's just too much stuff here from Spain and getting on top of the units now. And yeah, Stanley is going to be forced to back out there with as many units as he can, but I think this is probably just going to be the game. And yeah, there's the GG coming from Stanley, and Soldier takes a quick 3-0 victory in this series.
Yeah, so that is it. Pretty well fought. Soldier looking pretty strong here. And I think getting some pretty, unconventional civilizations. He had, German on Indonesia. And then playing as the Spanish. And I don't know, what was Soldier's game 1 civ? What was the game one?
Auto Sioux.
Auto, yeah, Sioux. That was a bit maybe more SoldieR standard, but yeah, quite strong play from SoldieR here. He's going to move on to the round of 16, and that's going to be it for Stanley Winston's tournament life. But we enjoyed watching you play. Appreciate you subscribing and competing, putting a show on for the viewers. And good luck to SoldieR in round 16 here.